Hello, McFluffy52 here, back with some more Outlaws of Thunder Junction action. Today we are playing a Temur mid-range list I'm calling Wurms and Goyfs. This deck cares about putting creature cards in your graveyard and ramping. So we have a lot of cards that help out with that. The deck is named after Urborg Lhurgoyf, which is basically as big. It's a 2-drop that's as big as the number of creatures you can have in your graveyard. You can also mill if it's kicked, that's why I have it in the 3-drop slot here. Colossal Rattlewurm, massive 4-drop. You can exile it from your graveyard to go ahead and ramp out a desert. But yeah, that's the overall idea of the deck. We have a lot of support cards that would allow us to put creatures in the graveyard as well as just ramp. So Aftermath Analyst is a really good example. Spinewood's Armadillo, really good against aggro matchups. Just gain you 3 life on turn 2. Allow you to hopefully get to turn 4 and cast your ill-timed explosion where you draw 2, discard 2, put some creatures in the graveyard, and sweep the board. Speaking of big things, we're going to hopefully make massive Goyfs and then fling them at the opponent's face. Overall, that's the idea of the deck. Let's go ahead and hop in some games and hopefully demonstrate it on the ranked ladder. Alright, we don't have any red yet. Conduit Pylons is one of the deserts we're playing. It can surveil, so it can put more cards in our graveyard, but it can also tap for 1 mana of any color if we have an additional mana source. Do I want to keep this? The opponent goes first. If it's aggro, this hand is kind of bad for that. They go first, so I think we can afford to mulligan. This hand is not much better, but we'll give it a try. We have no red, so we'll just get rid of the Thrillseeker for right now. Alright. Oh, yeah. This is a bit of an unfortunate matchup. I think this deck is reasonably powerful, but I'm not quite sure if it's particularly great into some of the hard matchups. You have to kind of get lucky, but I mean, it's certainly possible. We'll just play out a Gold Vein Hydra. We don't mind having it die here. It will get us a treasure. We'll do 1 damage, though. This flyer is a problem, and we don't have any of our counter spells, so we won't be able to counter it on the way down. Youch. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I am glad to be back from my trip. If you enjoy these kinds of videos and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I've tried to think up some cool deck ideas. This is one of them. Kind of Temur, self-mill, use Colossal. It was really built around Colossal Rattlewurm. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're just dead. Yeah, this Boros deck is just gross, and it's a menace in best of 1 because it's very good at doing this. I'll just play out the Rattlewurm maybe. So I have a feeling we're just gonna die in the air as long as the opponent has actual spells in their hand. Go ahead and block, because we'd definitely die if we didn't. They should have just cast it on the Slick Shot show off, but I guess they really want to kill this Rattlewurm. Seems like a waste. Do they have the double strike? Because then they'd very much win. Twin Inferno, and there's another spree card that gives... What are they doing? I mean, sure, yeah, that works. They could have easily just cast everything on the Slick Shot and killed us, but on to the next. Alright, this hand is pretty spicy. I kind of like it. Not really doing anything on board for the first, like, couple turns, which is concerning. So hopefully our opponent's not playing super fast, or we can top deck well. We'd really like to see like a Spinewood's Armadillo in the opener, just to gain 2 life on turn 2, just so that we don't get completely steamrolled by these kinds of aggro decks. Part of the reason I'm really happy with this deck is a few matches earlier I beat a Boros Convoke deck. I thought I was like toast, but I top decked quite well, or I top decked well, and everything turned out, so I'm pretty happy. Mono green, eh? Maybe it's not mono green, but I see 2 forests and 0 cards, which is concerning. Is this mono green ramp? Oh boy. I did not expect that, but Fair enough. Play the desert, do a little bit of damage. Go ahead and swing in with the Voldaren Thrillseeker. And then if they play a creature we can kill with it, we can kill the creature, or we can go ahead and toss it at their face if they manage to get this Topiary Stomper to be unblockable. Or be able to attack and block. No, they have not managed to do that yet. Excellent. That is kind of what I would like to see right now. I will go ahead and... Ooh, do I pitch both of the lands? I might actually pitch both of the lands here first. See if we can find something. We'll draw 3 off of this. So hopefully we'll find another land, and we do. And then Thrillseeker to the face. And do I just play out the Lhurgoyf? Maybe I do. So I can chump block the Topiary Stomper. It's not pretty, but it will work. And in this deck, sometimes you gotta do the not pretty thing and just do what works. It is a scrappy deck. We're playing a very scrappy deck here. Get things done. That is problematic. Very problematic. I block it with the Lhurgoyf. Pass the damage. I'll go ahead and put the counter on our Thrillseeker. Ooh. Okay. You do have a response to the damage, because I think this is a 2-part. Like, it goes on the stack, and then once the damage is like decided, you can respond to that trigger. I do believe. I might be tripping, but I just kind of want to draw some cards because kind of need to. Aftermath Analyst. I would like to put some cards in my graveyard to trigger the Brass's Tunnel Grinder. I think that's one of our ways out of this. Play this and this in the graveyard, maybe. 0 damage, that's fine. Play a land. Aftermath Analyst. Mill something. I guess I didn't need to do that if I was gonna mill. Oops. I didn't need to discard. I thought I had to discard with the ill-timed explosion to trigger the Brass's tunnel grinder descend. Put a permanent card in your graveyard from anywhere. I forgot that I was holding an analyst. Oh, okay. They can just take it down. Both your creatures get like +7/+7. I don't think there's a way of coming back. I'm not gonna lie. Even if they just take it up, it's a tough. All right, now that everyone's left the video because this deck is looking bad, let's actually perform. All right, this hand looks okay. We can discard the Spinewoods Armadillo. I can't believe we lost the Mono Green Ramp. I think that's just like a bit of a bad matchup because they can go bigger, and this deck is a bit more like tuned to kind of match some of the aggro decks / control decks in the meta. I need a land to be able to activate this, but how many lands are in my graveyard? There's 2, so... Oh wait, I can just tutor up a land with an Spinewoods Armadillo. Everything's fine. Opponent, I don't trust them. Something silly in Mardu. Is there going to be a temporary lockdown? Okay. That works. Alright, let's grab probably the other conduit pylons, to be honest. Actually, let's grab an island so we can counterspell. We can hold up counterspell or flash in our Rattlewurm. Interesting. Yeah, I think we just let them have the might. We could sacrifice it, but I prefer to get this down and try and attack in. Opponent might respond to it, but we can also counterspell their response. Okay. What is the right move? I think the right move here is just passing. We can create a copy of the Rattlewurm, or we can counterspell something. 5 mana could be like Aclazotz. Aclazotz is a really strong card. Definitely would want to counter it. And Here's Resolve, that's also a really strong card that I will definitely counter. Gives things haste, blinks them. Never seen this art of it. It must have gotten the what was it called? Showcase. So I get 4 lands. We'll get there eventually. Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait, do we have the win? No, not quite. That's fine. Is it fine? I think we first just go in with Hydra, and then next turn we hope we keep our board together. Yeah, I'm thinking. Believe it or not, this game is a game of strategy. Though it is like 90% RNG in terms of what cards you draw, but let's not talk about that. I am a skilled player. Gorge. If we draw another land, we can Aftermath Analyst immediately. If we keep both of our creatures, we can play Agatha's Soul Cauldron and then just one-shot our opponent with the Soul Cauldron plus the Voldaren Thrillseeker all the way in our graveyard. Though we kind of need them to tap out. Oh. Oh. Sweeper. Tutoring up a Sweeper. Presumably, I would think they'd be tutoring up a Sweeper. They could tutor up the end. Kill a creature. Vindicator. Oh. We can get around that. We can get around that. Where are you, my pretty Thrillseeker? We'll throw the Hydra first just because I want to. And then we'll throw the giant worm. We did it! Okay, that was a bit more convincing of a win, but let's try and win another. One thing I realized I forgot to mention is, besides like the lands in the deck, specifically these like Dreamroot Cascades and the channel lands, this deck is actually kind of rotation proof. Because the majority of the cards, or the creatures, you got like 3 steps ahead, which is OTJ, Goldvein Hydra is OTJ, Haywire Might is Brothers War. I can continue, but hold on. What is our Gruul ramp? That's scary. Youch. Kind of like those cards. Haywire Might, yeah, Brothers War, Agatha's Soul Cauldron, Eldraine, Silver Scrutiny, Dominaria, Aftermath Analyst. What is that set called? The Detective, the Clue set. Murders at Karlov Manor. Lhurgoyf is Dominaria, Brass's Tunnel Grinder. Lost Caverns of Ixalan, Voldaren Thrillseeker, that is March of Machines, Worm, OTJ. I can continue, but I will stop. Play this. One's gonna have 5 mana next turn. I'm scared. So I appreciate our opponent's strategy, just green ramp, Gruul ramp. Though I think I know what they're... Oh, that was not what I was expecting, to be honest. Okay. What do I do? You don't get much from the analyst, so I can just play out the worm. And then they're not going to care much about the Rattlewurm because they have first strike on their Brachiosaur. They didn't make any treasures, which is good for us. Yeah, Voldaren Thrillseeker, Mom, Full-Time Explosion, Murders at Karlov Manor. The Armadillo is Murders at Karlov Manor. The Deserts are all from OTJ. Yep. Everything besides the tap lands and the channel lands is all gonna stick around into the next standard, I guess you would say. I don't know. Okay, interesting. They're gonna let us attack with the Rattlewurm. Ooh. Man, oh man. I don't like where I am. Do we play a land? Okay, that did play this turn. I don't like this, but let's see if they block the worm. If they don't block the worm, we get free damage. And then I can sacrifice the worm to deal with their Brachiosaur, or alright, do we send it face? Or do we kill their Brachiosaur? I think we have to kill their Brachiosaur. This will get them a bunch of cards. Oh, I can kill their dinosaur with my Thrillseeker. So I can chump block like Jolene and then kill their dinosaur with the Thrillseeker sacrifice. Holding my breath. What could our opponent have? I don't particularly love where we are because the opponent's got ways to accumulate value over a series of turns with their like Jolene, Magda, Shivan Devastator. Okay. Okay. Taking 3 in the air. Okay. Interesting. Wait, we can kill Jolene if they do this. I don't know why they're doing that. Yeah, I probably should just get rid of Jolene. Not ideal, but Do they have a protection spell? No. They must have another Jolene in hand. We could rant with Rattlewurm. I think the right move here is to Spinewood's Armadillo. Just play it out. It's a giant reacher. It has ward. It usually upsets the opponents that are like cheesing you in the air. That's the backup plan with the Armadillo. Gives you lands, and then it's a giant 7/7. Giant blocker. They had the ridge line that they could activate in the manland. Doesn't look they will. Oh, oh. It has a giant crossbow slapped across its face. How many lands do we have in our graveyard? One? Okay, we're trading. Do they have a pump spell? Or do they forget? Okay. Interesting. One way to make another treasure? Expensive taste. This is such a spicy deck our opponent's playing. I respect it. Though it's also annoying me because I'm losing. Need to get something I can play here. Counterspell, draw, discard. I'm gonna exile this. We're gonna tutor up a land to thin out our deck and look at set up the top. Yeah, that's not really it. I think I need to hit something actually more powerful here. And counter whatever they do this turn. Problem is Magda can make them a treasure and then make them a flying 4/4. Let us see. Opponent's trying to go for surprise kills with Gold Rush. Create a treasure token and then creature gets +2/+2 for each treasure you control. Sneaky. I could do +6 for 2 mana with the Magda. And then do 8 damage. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's awkward. I guess we discard the land. Yes! The Silver Screw needs to refill our hand, but the question is, can we take a turn off to use it? And draw like a whole hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we use it, we're going to be fresh out of blue mana. We can draw 6 cards. That'll put us at basically a full hand again. Sure. Okay. Land. Do we have any sort of lethal here? 8 mana to do 8 damage to face. That's not very good. Ay, ay, ay. Sneeze. I'm sorry. That's damage. +2? I didn't realize it gave +2. I thought it... I was thinking of the Restless Prairie. It gives +1 to all your creatures. I wonder if our opponent has like a fling. Some kind of fling. Okay. Okay. We can flash in some Rattlewurms. Do we just want to hold up 2 Rattlewurms? Can we do anything besides that? We We can hold up Otawara and a Rattlewurm, but we could also just hold up 2 Rattlewurms and try and go for like the surprise. I think that's what I'm gonna do. We just need to hope that they don't have like a giant flyer. So we could have played Spinewood's Armadillo and then cast a Rattlewurm as well. Probably would have been the right move. So if they have another Shivan Devastator, we're just devastated. Oh, they're going for the manland. They're considering it at least. Alternative is they develop the board. Okay. Attacking. We will play out 1 Rattlewurm. Block. Okay. What do we got? We have the Armadillo, so we can gain some life. Resolve. Treasure. Okay. Bone Horde Dracusaur. That's annoying. Okay. I might have a plan. I didn't really think it all the way through, so there might be a problem, but so we can shrink the Dracusaur with this. And then I think we still have enough mana to like Thrillseeker. So we Spinewood's Armadillo. Sure. We're all in. Painland? Or yeah, let's go with Painland. The extra damage might matter. I'm way too lazy to count. Alright, don't tap in a dumb way, please. Alright. This makes it into a 3/3. Swing in. Sick. Damage. Do we just tramp over and kill? Yep. Okay. It was all in the Restless Vinestalk all along. We didn't have to do any of these thrill-seeking nonsenses. Awesome. Okay, okay. We have the 2-drop that we don't like playing on turn 2. This deck has maybe too many 3-drops, to be honest. Just put some more Armadillos in it so we can do something on turn 2. I don't know. We do have like the 3 1-drops. Sometimes you don't draw into them. Opponent goes first. Maybe we'll draw into something. Green, okay, that's interesting. That could be good or bad. That's bad. That's also bad. Okay. We hit the jackpot. We got the Haywire Might, but it only deals with non-creature artifacts and enchantments, so it can't deal with the Jukai Naturalist. How is this guy in an enchantment? I don't understand. This card is a problem. Get the life, get rid of the enchantment. Keep their enchantment count low is good. Alright. Rass's Tunnel Grinder. I think we can just pitch almost all of our cards. I mean, I guess I could keep the Goyf. It's like a backup here. We're gonna draw 4. Boom. We descended. And then we can sweeper the board. Hopefully not die this turn. Opponent's stuck on lands, it appears, but they're going to draw a card with their Spirit Companion, which will probably fix their mistakes of keeping a 2-lander. Smile. Seiju. Could have held on to that, but I don't think we will. Go ahead, draw, discard, and then blow up the board. 3 power, so we do have to discard something larger. Get rid of the Oasis, I think. We already have a desert. And that should trigger Brass's Tunnel Grinder again. We're working towards that supercharged land. It's cool. It's 5/6 for 2 mana. Not bad. The thing that is left is to I can go into the graveyard. Sick. Might hold up a counterspell here. There's land. That's very, very good. When I say that, I mean it. This is super nice. Opponent concedes. We flipped the land and they just conceded. They were done. Stuck on 2 lands. Get punished. Get punished. Deserved. I'm sorry, that was mean of me to to bully on the enchantments. Sometimes you just draw bad. And that was definitely not their draw. You go first. We'll keep. Opponent. Interesting. Aftermath Analyst, go to work. There's a land. 1 land. You get more lands with this. You might kill our Analyst because they're afraid of what it might do, though also they're playing Boros. They are playing Boros. I repeat, playing Boros. I don't trust them. I think I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna flash in Resolute Reinforcements. So I'm not gonna attack. That is huge. Now we can ramp 3 next turn. And we get a desert onto the battlefield, so we can then use Colossal Rattlewurm at flash speed. No attacks. They're gonna flash in something and then they might have like a buff. Nope. Okay, wait, what? What's going on? Jeskai? Oh no, it's Jeskai control. It's Jeskai control. I can do that on my turn? Nah. I need to use the mana for triggering our Analysts. Okay. Giving our Aftermath or Rattlewurm's Flash is really powerful here. Also, I kind of want to ramp. Hopefully they play something here though. Okay, we'll let them resolve that, and then we can do this so that... So they can't do anything now. So they can't exile or graveyard at instant speed, so we get to do this. Damage, damage. Surveil. Honestly, keep the Armadillo. It's slamming time. Opponent is fresh out of the good manas, so we'll go ahead and just play an Armadillo. And then if they sweep her, we can hold up a Rattlewurm or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on at this point. I'm scared of my opponent. I saw video thumbnails of High Noon being a good control deck. Haven't watched the videos, but I've played into High Noon. It's very obnoxious. I mean, see this? I don't think we want to overcommit to the board, so we should just wait. Swing in, wait. They might have something to flash in, or like card draw, and then they're gonna sweep her. So we can just flash in a Rattlewurm on their end step. Yep, Memory Deluge. Okay. And then we Rattlewurm on their end step. And I think that'll win us the game. Assuming they're not holding up anything spicy, but they can't really hold anything up because they're gonna die to the creatures if they don't Sunfall here. They could Farewell, I guess, is another option, but doesn't make a difference. Yep, Sunfall. GG's, we win. Goodbye. Oh, this is delightful. I don't know how many we have, but GG's. We won against High Noon Control, the power of the worm. All right, I'm gonna end on a high note there. I think this deck is super fun. Well, it's funky, it's fun, it's something new to do, something fresh. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And well, you guys watching my videos makes me happy. So anyways, have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever and whenever you're watching. Ciao.